Hey, what's up, Radicals? It is the Rad Hatter here coming at you from the Rad Pack podcast. And today I am doing the Rad 9 1994 challenge. Yes, it is my turn. I've been watching your videos and they have been great. Thank you so much to everybody who has participated thus far. If you have not participated, there is still plenty of time. Tag the Rad Pack podcast, tag me, tag Garrett, tag Justin in your videos or your Instagram posts, and we will share your lists everywhere. I'm not gonna lie, I've been kind of surprised by your lists thus far. I thought I was gonna see some of the same movies pop up, but the lists have been pretty different, and mine is gonna be much the same. If you came here for Shawshank and Forrest Gump, I hate to disappoint you, but you're not gonna find them here. I wish I liked more classic movies. I just don't tend to like trashy movies. So if you like trashy movies and you wanna see my list, stay tuned. What's up, everybody? Thank you so much for joining me today. If you are not following the Rad Pack podcast, please do so. Memberships are also turned on. We do a bunch of cool stuff. We do live streams, we do members only streams, we do all kinds of fun stuff. So please consider doing that. We all also have our own YouTube channels, so you can follow us all over the place. All the links will be in the description box below. But without any further ado, let's get into the Rad 9 1994 ranking challenge thingy bobber that we got going on here. So starting off with my number 9, and it was just by sheer luck that I found this VHS. Yes, this is Blank Check. I used to rent this movie all the time when I was a kid. I was super jealous of this little guy. I thought it was so super cool that he found this check and had all this money and was able to buy all this cool stuff. I wanted to be able to do that. How cool was that? Blank Check, super nostalgic. I had to throw this one on the list. I just had to. Number 8 on the list is Shallow Grave. This is a Ewan McGregor movie. It is part of the Criterion Collection. It's kind of a thriller. It's about these roommates. They're looking for a 4th person to move into their apartment, and he ends up dead. Yeah, and they find a bag of money. And of course that brings upon many more problems. And it's just a fun ride. I highly recommend it. If you haven't seen it, definitely check it out. I love this movie so much, and I love Ewan McGregor. He's such a good time. Number 7 on the list, and I'm so super sad I don't have a physical release of this, and I cannot believe that I don't, but it is The Mask. I love, love, love Jim Carrey. If there is anything in my life that I love more than laughing, it is the people that make me laugh, and Jim Carrey makes me laugh, and I love him so much, and I love all of his movies. All of them. Absolutely every single one of them. But The Mask is just, it holds a special place in my heart. I absolutely love it. It makes me laugh so much. And it is number 7. I don't think I need to say anything more about it. It's just amazing. Coming in at number 6 is In the Mouth of Madness. This is a Sam Neill movie. It is also a John Carpenter movie. This movie is so creepy. I remember when I saw it for the first time, I had to immediately watch it again because I just could not figure out what I just watched. It is horrifying and all of the creepy things that it needs to be, and I absolutely love it. Sam Neill is amazing in it. Definitely recommend checking it out if you haven't seen it, but this definitely holds a place in my list. Number 5 on my list is the second movie I do not have a physical release for, and it's another one that I cannot believe I don't own, but that is Interview with a Vampire. This movie is probably in my top 10 vampire movies of all time. It has Brad Pitt in it. It has Antonio Banderas in it. It has Tom Cruise in it. Tom Cruise as a vampire is like one of those things where you didn't know you needed it until you got it, and then you were like, I needed this all my life. He plays the most excellent vampire ever. This movie is moody, it's dark, it's creepy, it's sad, it's everything a vampire movie should ever be and more. It's such a classic. I can't say enough good things about this movie. Kirsten Dunst is amazing as a child actress and a child vampire. She was absolutely amazing in it. It's just such a good movie. Absolutely amazing. I think my top 4 movies, people are probably going to start to be able to figure out what these are and just be able to guess, because there's no shockers here. Number 4 is The Chase. I absolutely love this movie. This is probably one of my most watched movies of all time. If I had to do a list of most watched movies, these top 4 would all probably be on it. The Chase is just a super fun movie. It's action. It has Charlie Sheen in it and Kristy Swanson. They're in a car pretty much the entire movie, and shenanigans ensue. It's just a super fun, good time. I highly recommend checking it out if you haven't seen it. This is just one of those movies that nobody talks about because nobody has really ever seen it, I don't think. But I also am trying to get my hands on the DVD, so if anybody finds it, let me know. Let a girl know. Coming in at number 3 is, of course, Brain Scan. I was a huge Edward Furlong fan when I was a kid. I am still an Edward Furlong fan from back in the day now. This movie is just creepy. It's weird. His room was one of my favorite places of all time. I love the premise of this movie. Trickster is just an all-time horror villain. He's iconic. From his costuming to his hair, he is literally everything that I have wanted in a villain ever. He's just so cool and rad. And the fact that the whole premise of this movie is video games, and it's just so cool. I absolutely love it. This movie is awesome. Coming in at number 2, this kind of breaks my heart a little bit because this could easily be number 1. But you guys all know what my number 1 is and what my number 1 just has to be. So coming in at number 2 is clearly The Crow. This movie is all time. It's badass. It's gothic. It's sexy. It's amazing. It has a reboot of sorts coming out based off of the original comic book, which I'm super excited about. But Brandon Lee was amazing in this movie. The soundtrack is awesome. Everything is just super rad about this movie. This is just another one that I can't say enough amazing things about. It should be on everyone's list. It just should be. Somewhere. Anywhere. It should be on there. And last but certainly not least, yes, you guessed it. You guys all know Natural Born Killers is clearly my number 1. It will always be my number 1. It will forever be my number 1. Look at this VHS release I have of this movie. It's a 2-tape release. It has a bonus tape that comes with it. Super killer. This movie is all time. The casting in this movie is just so ridiculous. It has Woody Harrelson, it has Juliette Lewis, Robert Downey Jr., Tommy Lee Jones, Tom Sizemore, and all of these actors play the most outrageous characters of their careers. When you watch this movie, you literally don't see them as their person anymore. They just become the characters that they are. This also has Rodney Dangerfield in it too, and the story was written by Quentin Tarantino. So you know this movie is going to be wacky and crazy and dark and gritty and all of the things. It's a serial killer movie in a fever dream. It's insanity. But there's also a baked-in love story. It's absolutely bonkers. I don't know what else to say about this movie. I cannot convince you enough that you need to watch it. I can't convince anybody enough that this is the most amazing movie of all time. But that is it. That is my Rad 9 movies of 1994, ranked from 9 to 1. Once again, thank you to everybody who has participated in this challenge. It is not over. The challenge is not over. You can still participate. Make a video, make a list, make an Instagram post, tag the Rad Pack podcast, tag all of us in your posts, and we will share your stuff and we will watch it and we will comment and all of the amazing things. Thank you so much for hanging out with me today. I appreciate you greatly. If you would like, subscribe, kill the bell, share this video with everyone, and until the next time we gather, Stay killer.
Peace.